Alright, we got the old Jeep back in the garage today. We're going to try to fix the guy's wiring. You know, I would have showed you, but I'm almost ashamed to show somebody else's work because it was just that bad. And here was one of his wires leading to the back. Here's another one. So you had wires just kind of coming up in here. They were stapled along and just hanging with a couple toggles here. I mean, alright, I guess. Whatever. We're going to reuse the spot. We're going to run them up a little better and whatnot. We're going to see if we can accomplish this, and hopefully I can catch most of the installation on camera. But we all know that won't happen, so I'll just kind of probably show you the end result in the end, and we'll go from there. So a guy got to thinking over an adult beverage sitting over here. He says earlier, if you bring the lights to the relay, and then back to the switch, then just the main power in. I says, well, now, what if there's a way that we can do this without ever putting the light power through the switch? He says, well, what if we just power the switch? And then the bright lights come to the switch. Then out of the switch into the relay side, the switch side of the relay, which I'll be dipped if it doesn't make the power come into the top and then out the bottom into your light. So to try to wrap your head around something like this, I've got my relay here. Okay, I've got my main feed coming off. Right now it's temporarily hooked up to the battery for testing. And then at the other side of the switch is your lights. And then obviously your ground. And then your lead leading back up to the switch reader up there. With your other one coming up, it ended a little short on me because I changed my mind. This was going to power the lights, but now this is going to run down to that plug down there and run our bright lights. So when you turn on your bright lights, it'll send power up to the switch, which then will send power back from the switch back to the relay, up to our lights. Then if you don't want it in bright light mode, I guess you can call it, you can switch the switch back up there again, and then it'll just take our constant low draw power that comes from the battery on up to the switch, through the switch, back out, up to the relay, and then our high power from the battery to the relay to the light. So that's how we're going to accomplish that one. That way all of our light power is going through our relay, and then obviously we'll put an inline fuse before, and then that way it kind of protects everything as best as we can for an off-road rig. But here I'll kind of show you with the old power prober. You know, you push her up, she gives you 12 volts, right? If you come over here without touching the fender, it's making contact, give her 12 volts. Try to do this and not spark all the... And then, if you go in here, flip our switch off onto the bright side of things, and come over here. And use it very carefully. So, yeah, you can hear the relay clicking. So, ready? Turn on your headlights. Okay. We're going to try to see which wire comes from the bright so we know which one to tie into off of the main wiring harness. Alright, got your brights on? Okay. Oop, 11.4 volts. Turn them off. Look at that, 0 volts. Turn them back on. Well, beef, that ain't the wire we need. So it's one all the way to the left. Alright, well, button her all up. I'm waiting for a fuse to show up so we can snap that bad boy in line. And then we'll kind of zippy strippy all these up. And we'll slap the switcheroo up in there. And I don't know, we might even take her to our old back road woods around here today and just see how they work. We'll snazzy all this up and make her look pretty. So here's kind of just what I've come up with for now for running my wires. I mean, like I said earlier videos, it's just a trail rig. I mean, it'll see a little bit of road life, but these are mainly for off-road use only. That's the only reason we're doing this, and so it's just easier on and off when you're on a trail and you inquire of somebody on a trail and you turn them off, and it turns off all your lights. They pass, you turn them back on, and now you're back to trail lights. I'm not recommending doing this running down a road. That is illegal. Everybody should know that, but either way, it's fun. So this is just kind of more of a, that's just why we're doing it on a three-way switch, so that way you can have the decision whether or not to run it off your brights. Alright, so guys, got her pretty much buttoned up. I got the relay thrown down in here so the wires are nice and tucked up out of the way. Of course you can't see it. Fusible link, like I said, running up, tied into our lights here. We're running up through the fender, running up inside. I can open the stupid door. Well, the only spot you'll ever see it really is when you open your door. It'll be right there. We're going to get some wire loom and cover it. And you'll see it right here. We'll probably get something to cover that up too, maybe. And the switches are in here. So, right now, off. No matter what you do, it's off. You flip it that way, you got light. I mean, shoot, you can see you're up there. So you flip it to the front and there's nothing. So if he turns his headlights on, but his dims are on, so there's still nothing. So flip on your brights. Look at that, a light. Flip off your brights. Flip on your brights. And then I can turn it off in the middle, or I can turn it on total. So, on with the brights, off, just on. Okay. So we're tying the other light on the other side, and I think we're gonna go do a little off-roading.